And we're back, and you're listening to the Metal Magdalene with Jet right here on Metal Messiah Radio. Now, on my Thursday shows, I'm going to be featuring a few new segments. Now, today's guest I have with me, Scarlett Nova. She's in a band called Gravedoses. She does some alternative model work. She's employed by, like, the best, biggest record store in Florida, Daddy Kool's, and starting today, she's going to be introducing us to bands in her segment Off the Rack, and of course many of the bands have their music in the record store, and you know, some of them probably wish they had their music in the record store, Scarlett. But anyways, welcome to the show, Scarlett.
Thank you so much, Jet. It's such a pleasure to be here, and thank you for the warm welcome. I'm really looking forward to doing this.
Okay, so we're going to introduce people a little bit to you now. Like I mentioned, you're in a band called Gravedoses. So, Scarlett, tell us a little bit about your band and your involvement with the band.
Gravedoses has been going for about 2 years now, and that was birthed from Nahamoth, which was the frontman's initial project. The frontman, Kane, my fiance, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I got involved with the band from knowing Kane, and I decided to actually learn doing keyboards so I could be part of it. It just quickly became a very big part of my life, and I just can't imagine it without it now. So it took over a lot of my life. It's a black metal project. It is occult-centric. We've done one North American tour so far, and we have a lot lined up for this coming year, including a new album. I'm really excited to share it with everybody. But enough about me.
So, like you said, you've got the new album coming up, so I'm assuming you're talking 2018 as this year, that you have all your stuff going on, since this year is almost over. So, Scarlett, I mean, like you said, it's a black metal project, so you go to a lot of shows, you know, I've seen on your Facebook page, too, like you go to these black metal concerts in the woods and shit like that. So tell us, you know, what is the black metal scene like, and when you guys go out, you know, and actually play, I mean, are the fans really into it? I mean, is this a genre that's still really, you know, underground, or do you think it's, you know, getting more popular with people?
I think it's definitely growing in popularity for sure. I think regionally it definitely makes a difference. Within the U.S., the metal scene, black metal specifically, is definitely still kind of coming alive and growing. In certain regions are doing better than others, but we're definitely seeing a strong come up here in Florida. We're rooted here, as well as our friends in lore, even just in this small region alone, Promethean Horde. We're really lucky to have a lot of those acts down here in the South. The scene itself is just quite indescribable. You know what I mean? It's sweaty, it's bloody, even more so if you're at a Gravedoses show, it's quite bloody. But yeah, the scene is definitely growing, and I would say getting more popular.
Now, hopefully, maybe, you know, down the line, you know, you can probably do some interviews from some of these shows as your segment grows, and you could have them on there, so that'd be really awesome, too. But for now, yeah, that would be great. But for now, like I was telling everybody, you work at a record store too, which is kind of like where we grabbed the name from, Off the Rack, so you could tell us about some of these bands that you guys carry, as well as, you know, some other bands that you know of that, you know, you want to introduce us to. So tell us a little bit about, you know, your job, and you know, you said you have to pick, you're the black metal logo transcriber. So tell us a little bit about the store. And Scarlett, like, what are some of the, like, top selling metal albums that you guys sell?
I would have to still say Black Sabbath is one of the best selling metal albums we're going to sell. There is, you know, no competitor, I'd say, in that market. How I came to work at Daddy Kool is really interesting. I was working office jobs and got kind of bored with it and wanted to work, you know, in the industry in some medium. Whenever I moved to St. Pete, the first and only job application and resume I ever threw out was to Daddy Kool, which I found by just walking by it in downtown St. Petersburg. The address was 666 Central Avenue, and I was set on it. I found out you could buy concert tickets from there, which is, pretty cool. So I went in to buy some tickets to a Ghost show. I know I'll get a lot of crap for that. But I went in to get Ghost tickets, and I asked the guys at the counter if they ever hired, and they told me absolutely not. They keep, a really small staff, that there was slim to none chance that anybody would get hired. But a week later, I had dropped off my resume and ended up getting a call back because one of their few staff members who did order the metal for them decided to take a job across the country. So it was by a really weird, just random circumstance that they called me, and I got hired, and I was able within a month to start making metal orders for them, which was kind of a dream come true. I kind of feel like I'm playing God, picking out, titles for my metal scene,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm kind of influencing it on a very small scale. Gives me a little bit of a power trip, but so I started working there about 2 years ago, and this year my boss decided to allow me the ability to start selecting and featuring my own bands every week. I get to feature them and put them on sale for a week long, and sometimes I'll just feature them because it's a new album coming out, or it's someone fucking awesome I've heard from the underground and I was inspired by. Or this week, my Metal Monday selections were just 3 bands that are going to be playing just in the Tampa Bay area this week, which are going to be Barishi, Cannibal Corpse, and Guar.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, you're picking bands for them. Now you're going to pick some for us as well. So do you
Absolutely.
have a band for us this week?
I do. I am really excited to tell you guys about Lord Almighty. They are a kind of mixed genre band, black and death metal. They're up from Boston. They tend to describe themselves as back to the woods metal. I've had the extreme fortune of playing with these guys a few different times, one even at Shadowwoods Metal Fest up in Maryland. They are truly unique and just a good fucking time to listen to. And this week they will be playing alongside Barishi in downtown St. Pete at Emerald Bar. So definitely check them out Saturday, December 9th.
So do they have new music out?
They're currently working on a new album, so we'll have that to look forward to. But let's see if I can pull up the album title. All right, the track is I Embark, and the album is called Paths.
Okay, so we're going to listen to that tonight. And what's the name of the band again?
Lord Almighty.
And I'm sure you guys could find them on Facebook and probably Bandcamp and all those kind of things. So we're going to hear a track from that. And don't forget, everybody, every Thursday now, Scarlett's going to be on. She's going to be featuring a band on her Off the Rack segment all by herself. I won't be here. And Scarlett, thank you for tonight's band. And we're looking forward to next week's segments.
Oh, thank you so much, Jet. It was a pleasure.
All right.